This is what may Souvenir Oh, you're recording me. What may Souvenir
also known as Temple Number 1 in Laos.
In Laos, yes.
Probably the easiest.
There are a lot of temples here, not as many as there is in Chiang Mai, I don't think, but there are a lot of temples here, and we're going to go to a few of the highlights. And the gilding on this one is phenomenal. The Buddhist temples here are a lot stricter than they are in Thailand. The whole religion is a lot stricter. It's a lot less set up for tourism. I know religion isn't set up for tourism, but they're a lot more accepting of tourism in Thailand. Here, religion is the main thing, and you have to respect it, which is fine.
Basically, our entrance ticket for here is an offering to Buddha. Basically what they'll do is they go and pick them up, then sell them again for another 20,000 kip, which is £1 each to come into here. But my goodness, look at that. Isn't that awesome? I think this temple has the single largest number of Buddha images I've ever seen in one place. There's got to be over 100 here. Even round the back, there's just statues everywhere. Well, I have definitely got the wrong shoes on today, forgetting that we're going to walk about 10 or 20,000 steps to go and see temples. At every temple you've got to take your shoes off. So, every time I've got to do this, undo them, do them back up. I've made a mess of it really. Can't even undo my shoes. Oh, Claire's nipping there.
So whilst he's faffing around with doing that, we're going to go and see inside this temple. We are now in Wat Huac, I think. Very small temple, opposite what used to be the royal palace. And there's some fascinating murals in here. And this place has had help from Thailand and France to help preserve it. The murals tell a story. Goodness me. So one of the things that the monies to help restore this place was to replace the roof, obviously to protect these paintings. There's a Bayer tapestry-esqueness to this. So for a couple of fat unfitties, we keep doing this to ourselves. Another flight of stairs to go and see. I don't even think there's a temple up here. I think it's just a stupa. But the view up here is supposed to be 360 of the whole city. It should be good. Unfortunately, it's a little bit cloudy today, which does make it a bit cooler for the likes of me. But hopefully we'll still get a good view. Tom's just said, and I kind of get what he's saying now I've got up here, it feels a bit autumnal. They don't do autumn here, but it does feel autumnal. It's a touch cooler, and the leaves are turning brown on the trees. That's not something I thought I'd be saying in Asia 2 days before Christmas. So we made it to the top of the hill, Phousi Hill, I think. 150 metres up, tallest point of the city, and it is a little bit cloudy, but it's still a beautiful view. It's a shame because there's mountains behind us, would be stunning, and this is the stupa at the top, and it's 21 metres high.
So the next thing on today's magical tour is a cave that apparently has a footprint of the Buddha himself in there. Yeah, as we know, Claire loves a cave.
Especially when they're this close to it.
Yet again, I think she's talking, but I can't hear her.
I'm scared, I need him to come with me. So you need to...
Go on then, you go first and I'll look. I'll follow. I'm coming with you, following you. Down into the sacred cave of the Buddha step.
Something happened here on the 5th of January 1958.
That's when Buddha stepped here. It's quite horrible for Claire. A few big steps. Yeah, you know, she likes a pile of rocks above her. Go on, in you go. Well done. There we go. It's quite... you can stand up here. It's good. Alright. So...
I don't think this is the Buddha step cave.
No, it doesn't look like it.
No footprint.
Oh.
I think that's another cave.
Okay, well, we've got to go and have another look at another cave. So we've just seen a sign that's showing us the Buddha footprint cave is somewhere else. So he obviously didn't go in that cave and leave his mark. Still very nice in there though. Still scared Claire, so that's alright. Long way to go. Why do we always pick temples at the top of great big hills? Still, it's easier coming down at the end after you've seen it on a hot sweaty day like today. We're back to hot and sweaty again here, aren't we?
We are a bit.
It's not particularly warm. I think it's going to get to 27 or 29 today.
29 today. But
about,
it's cloudy, so it's gone a bit humid.
It's about 14 at night, which is really lovely for sitting out in the evening. For Claire, she loves it in the chilly. Me, I have to put a coat on.
Is that a footprint?
Hmm.
Because this is a flight of stairs coming up. That's a footprint.
That's the footprint.
We've just randomly found it.
Wow, that's a
Footprint. Tom was about to take the mickey out of a sacred being from another religion.
well, thinking about it, you know, Buddha's footprint you'd think would be very sacred. So here it is. It's
Size comparison.
about 4 times the size of Claire's foot. It's covered by this little concrete triangle which only half covers it. He would have been, look at the size of that big toe of his, right? He would have obviously walked with a limp by the look of it. We're probably going to get banned from YouTube or the world for saying this, but yeah, that looks like a 19-foot man with a limp. So on a sensible note now, take 3 of the imprint of Buddha's foot. We've actually found the proper cave for the Buddha foot imprint. Hopefully this will be something that we revere forever. Is Claire going in?
No.
Oh my goodness, we are really trying to be sensible here. This is the temple, and that's the footprint.
Use your foot as a size comparison.
Okay, let's try and have a climb. Ooh. Right, there's my foot. Yeah, it's kind of like 6 foot long. It's about 3.5, 4 foot wide at the top.
His toenails were pointed.
Toenails look like they're pointed. I think the other one looked more like a foot than this, I'm afraid. Anyway.
This is interesting.
Anyway, so Buddha was obviously 35 foot tall, weighed about 4 ton, to have done a footprint like this. Okay, this will be the end of the Buddha footprint section of the video. Hopefully we'll find something a lot more interesting to talk about shortly. After the excitement of finding Buddha's footstep, we spent the next few hours wandering from temple to temple. But you've probably seen enough temples in our recent videos, so I'll do 2 more minutes and then we'll get on with something more exciting. This one is that Suvanakivra. I can't pronounce things.
I will always remember this temple for several reasons. One is the starlings were coming in to roost, so it was very loud. There's a meditation exhibition here. It's not very often you see actual exhibitions in temples.
An exhibition of people sitting doing nothing.
Exhibition of old photographs being categorised and preserved, mostly of people meditating, monks and nuns. And there was a monk having a cigarette in there. That's not something I ever thought I'd see. They are human beings, I understand that, but there's a monk having a fag. That was weird. That was very weird. Anyway, we're on a bamboo bridge.
We're on the bamboo bridge. Built each year by donations of $1, but it has to be a new dollar. They didn't like the old dollar note. They just wanted a new one.
But it took a little while to understand that, because they don't speak English and obviously we don't speak Lao. So yeah, it took several attempts, but they didn't like it. They didn't like our money.
They didn't like the old dollars. We're going to have to get rid of them.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's get over the bridge. Let's get over the bridge. Let's get to the village. Let's see the sunset. Let's go and have some dinner, probably a beer. So the bamboo bridge is a bit wobbly. It's not too bad. Claire doesn't like it when I go like that.
Don't do it.
It's done to take the weight of a Laotian, not 15 Laotians in a boat.
Which is pretty much what we weigh.
We were, purely by chance, here at the right time to see the sun setting by that mountain, and it did look like a ball sat on top, an orb sat on top. I turned round to get a beer from this little lady here, and as I turned round, Claire was going, oh, it's gone. It literally, 10 seconds, it vanished.
And it went. I've never seen the sun move so fast.
But look at all the boats out here. Well, the sunset cruises, they're all getting rat-assed, I presume.
More to the point, listen to the horrendous noise.
Oh, it's awful, isn't it? Yeah, it kind of ruins any moment you could have. At least this camera picks it up, because neither phones do. The orange of that sky is phenomenal. Claire's just pointed out somebody's got their log burner going. We're still in shorts and t-shirts, but it is getting chilly. My God, look at this beast. That is the biggest centipede I have seen for many a year.
For reference, it's got to be 9 inches. Nah, more than that. Close onto a foot.
So after 3 months of travel, Claire has finally been taken a bit blur. She's got a bad tummy, exhausted. I think it's just knackered. We have travelled quite a lot, especially on the boat the last few days, and then walking around. So our hostel, hotel is literally down there, literally just crossing the road. Gonna have a look at what Hoisan Borava, I can't pronounce it. Read it yourself, it's probably easier. Gonna have a look around here on my own. So we're at another temple that's shut. Can't believe how many seem to shut at lunchtimes. It's just after midday now, but they shut for the day. Oh. That's quite macabre. People being chewed up, sawed up, stabbed. Yeah, very good. Ah, there's women there being tongues ripped out, pouring stuff down their throats. People being chopped up there, dogs chewing people up, rocks crushing people, being sawn up and stabbed. Yeah, very odd. Claire is back in the land and living after a couple of days off. And today we're going, would you believe, on another boat trip on the Mekong. We're going to the caves that we saw on the way here. It's about an hour away, I think. I've got a hoodie on because it is like a winter's day in Boxing Day in the UK here.
No, it's not. It's not that cold, but it's not hot. Definitely not hot. I've got shorts on. Slightly wishing I'd worn trousers. So we're on our boat for the day. Still on the Mekong, but a slightly different version because there's only 5 people turned up to this tour, so they've got us a little boat. A tiny little thing compared to the last one.
I think it could be a lot quicker as well.
Don't know.
More like a speedboat. And here's a view of the bamboo bridge from the river. So our first stop of the day is at the whiskey village, where they make whiskey. I guess it's rice wine they distill. There's bottles with centipedes and scorpions and all sorts in there, obviously to give it the strength. There's also loads and loads of cloth that's weaved here. We bought one. It was the equivalent of about £2.50. It's not a lot of money. But call me an old cynic, but they are all exactly the same size. They're all weaved here. You can see the old ladies weaving, but they are all identical. A bit like they're made in China, maybe shipped here, and it looks like they're weaving when the tourist walks past.
No, I believe that they're making them there, but it is a bit like running the gauntlet.
Which is the first time it's happened for many, many weeks actually. Even in Thailand they don't do that anymore. Here it's new here. So this was running the gauntlet a little bit. I still think they're all Chinese made and brought here, and they just look like they're weaving. So we've finally reached our destination. Another £1 each to get in. They do seem to be very good at taking £1 off you everywhere you want to go. Temple, building, street. So these caves are basically a repository for all the Buddhas that are of no... all the Buddha images that have no longer have their reverence. So damaged, insulted, all those kind of things. It is full. And very dusty. Absolutely hundreds, if not thousands of them. It's been here for a number of 100 years. I don't know, a long time. Long time before tourists were here. Long before the tourists were here. This is the first cave, and there is an upper cave that you need torches for. Of course I will lend you that for £1, or I've been told just use your phone. So all of these are damaged in some shape or form. They've been dropped, the top knot's been broken off. There's some that don't look damaged, but if they've lost their power through some reason, for being disrespected, it's brought up here. There are literally thousands of them here. Absolutely thousands. The view up here is phenomenal. Claire is now knackered. Yep. 2 days of the Lao belly, and she's wiped out. So yep. First day back on it today. My heart is absolutely racing today, but I've not really eaten for 2 days, so... She hasn't eaten anything to do that. She hasn't even had a beer for 2 days. Can you believe it? Goodness. Disaster. Well, that's probably one of the worst journeys we've had in a minibus. There were 3 people more than there were seats, and I had a kid puking up halfway here into mummy's lap in a bag. Not good. Anyway, I hope the waterfall's worth it. They'll be worth it. So the first and bottom pool that we've reached, nearly 2 metres deep, 1.8 metres deep. Look at the colour of that. This is stunning. Absolutely awesome colour of water, that. Blue, green, turquoise, I guess. When you see a sign that says no entry, dangerous, is it just me or do you hope he slides over? Yeah, I really hope he does. That ruins the view as well. We reckon this place is just like Flitwick, and Claire's already said, can we go back there this year?
Yeah.
Not this year, next year now.
Next year, yeah.
This is like Flitwick, a little bit smaller. The waters here are a little milky, but the colour is unbelievable, and I don't even know if the camera really picks it up. It's almost vibrant turquoise. But yeah, like Flitwick, there are just waterfall after waterfall after waterfall everywhere.
It's that calcification, isn't it, that makes the falls. Same as that place in Turkey, and I think there's one in Greece as well.
Yeah.
Wow.
Wow, absolutely wow.
Yeah.
Definitely worth that kid puking beside me for half an hour. Oh. This place is absolutely
stunning, beautiful. I don't know how to describe it. It is the most picture perfect waterfall I've ever seen. Man couldn't have made it any better. You could not create something that beautiful.
So filming this great big smudge on the right hand side of the screen isn't out of focus, it's just the spray thrown up which has been caught in the sun coming through the trees. It is stunning. So we've decided that we probably like this better than Flitwick.
I need to go back to Flitwick to confirm that though.
It is beautiful here. Probably not quite as touristy as Flitwick yet.
It's not as big.
Not as big.
No, and I'd say this is busier than when we went to Flitwick, but we were there in October.
We were there in October.
And it was a misty day, so this isn't as big. But we haven't walked all of Flitwick, we only did one of the shorter walks.
This will in the next few years have concrete paths and boardwalks and be proper touristy, I think. Yeah. But for now it is wonderful. So it's our last night here in
Luang Prabang.
I can't ever remember the name of it. Thought I'd show you the night market and the stalls and the food quickly. We've had 5 days here, 5 nights here now. It's been lovely. 6 nights. This is our
Tonight's
sixth night.
The 6th night, yeah.
6th night here. We've missed a couple of days because Claire's not been as well as she could have been, but she's fighting fit now. Did the waterfalls today, as you've seen. Fantastic place. So yeah, quick view of the market, and tomorrow we've got another 4-hour bus journey up into the mountains. Looking forward to it?
I was looking at the donuts there.
Oh, normally when she's looking at donuts she's facing the other way. Unlike so many of the Far East Asia markets, you're not harassed here. If you walk past slowly and look, they just smile. They don't tell you to stop and look. Lots and lots of the same stuff. Lots of cloth here as well. We've already brought some, but I don't know what we're going to do with it. Probably put it in Peggy as rugs.
They're going to be rugs on the sofa.
To be honest, we'll probably end up buying some more before we leave here, because at a couple of quid a piece they are worth it.
But they're so lovely.
People paintings. So this is Claire. This is the Mekong. This is Claire. This is the Mekong. And later the two are going to be joined. Because she's eating a
Hawaiian pizza.
Wrong.
I have ordered a pizza. Well, it's not even a pizza. It's a French bread thing. But
Wrong.
it has pineapple on it. It's another cooked savoury dish with pineapple.
We have had this discussion before. It is wrong.
At least it's not banana. Those of you that have followed our social media know that I've had a banana pizza with chicken and curry sauce or curry powder and peanuts, and that was delicious too. It's not wrong, it's lovely.
Tonight the catfish are going to feed well. The next morning we took another very packed minibus 4 hours north to the village of Nong Kiai. If you've enjoyed this episode, please subscribe to our channel, give us a big thumbs up.